MIP 402 Cultural Perspectives Chunsang. Today I'll be doing a presentation on K-pop. Music from the East. Asia is a place of diverse culture with a vast history where music was a staple of life with multiple purposes. Uses of music stretch from simple entertainment to even war. An example is a hauntingly beautiful style of music called Mongolian throat singing. This still practiced style of music was a way to soothe battle-worn soldiers. However, now it's more of a look into the history and a way to connect with the past of Mongolia. Although this music withstood the test of time, it no longer represents the current influences of the East. With Asia housing multiple high-powered countries in constant competition, there is an abundance of cultural influences to be seen. With the economical development of Asia in the past couple years, cultural aspects of each country has trickled over to the West. Limitations of distance no longer being an issue as trade laws don't apply with streaming sites. If you wanted to learn about China, you could do so with a click of a button. Music has managed to transcend language barriers, with the West embracing a style of music called K-pop. Recently, a musical group called BTS blew up in both the UK and American music scene, with them appearing on shows like Graham Norton and the Ellen DeGeneres Show. This seven-membered boy band has also reached a milestone no other Korean artist has before by receiving 2 tracks certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America. The first wave of this high-energy, high-visual style of music hit in mid-2012 with a song called Gangnam Style. Social media blew up. Everyone was unfamiliar with this approach to music. People who watched it ironically. However, ironic though, it was still a catchy and pleasure to watch. The language barrier meant we didn't have to care for the message of the song. In fact, it added a certain mystery. As you watched on, you got intrigued by the choreography and soon you imitated what was on screen. The viral trend opened up a gateway to Korean music and even music from neighboring countries, as well as showing Korean culture to people who have never seen it before. The structure of the South Korean music industry. The music industry is quite different to our own, with companies internalizing every aspect, including promotion, management, and even housing departments that don't exist here in the West. This gives birth to things called entertainment companies, with the most significant being SM Entertainment. In an article in the Word document I've provided, Figure 2.1, they mention a thing called boot camps. To further explain, Korean entertainment companies scout talent from applications and auditions. When recruited, instead of allowing artists a certain freedom and creative input that we would expect in the West, they are put into boot camps to train in dance, vocals, languages, and even behavioral expectations. This costly and long process churns out performers and gathers quick success and large sums of money. With this almost guaranteed method of success, you can be sure that investors are leaping at the idea being ready to make a quick buck. Recently, a multinational conglomerate in China, Alibaba, invested $30 million in SM Entertainment after seeing the potential of the industry. Now that we understand the foundation of Korean entertainment, a professor in Korea called Lee Dong-young mentioned in one of his books that major Korean popular music productions have high production values and require huge investments. It cannot survive alone on regional profits. It must expand outside the country to sustain itself. With that said, it's quite interesting. It means that the basis of K-pop is a global influence. They cannot survive without the support of other neighboring countries or even the support of countries overseas. From the use of aggressive advertisement and colorful MVs, the intention was never regional populace. It was always an international idea, ready to influence other countries for personal gain and in the process provide cultural and social change in their own country at a time of need. Significant cultural and social influences of K-pop. South Korea is an engine of efficiency, driven by a sad history of Korea. Korea's past and present has always been one of conflict and tension. constant threat of war against the North means public morale is always a fickle matter. Law requires male citizens to enlist 2 years between the age of 19 and 35. So it's no surprise that even the entertainment business is a well calculated and almost linear in the way it functions. And entertainment to them is not just a pastime, it's a driving force to politics. It's a way to give this country a voice in a world of loud and absent minds. This eager drive for success gave way to a trend called Hallyu. Literal translation means Korean wave, a sudden hit of Korean popular culture driven by its people. At first glance, this reminded me of a little revolution we had here in the UK during the 90s, called Britannia, where we reclaimed our music scene as our own and used it to convey our political ideas, a moment in UK history showing the power of music. This beacon of K-pop spread globally, attracting attention from all corners of the globe. In an article in the Word document I've provided, Figure 3.1 mentions South Korea's development of soft power, an intangible power measured through a country's image. In this case, popular culture would be South Korea's weapon of choice. South Korea has attempted to use this soft power many times, sometimes admirable and at times hilariously passive. In the borders of North and South Korea in a demilitarized zone, South Korea would blast K-pop music towards the north. A quote from an article by Lucas Oakley explains it perfectly. Buoyant and impressively upbeat, K-pop had the effect of irritating North Korean foot soldiers while impressing upon them what the South Defense Ministry has called the happy life of South Koreans, in a seeming attempt to lure defectors over to the other side. As you can imagine, it did not work. However, in the past couple of months, efforts have proven much more successful, yielding results such as reaching the culturally unacclimated ears of Kim Jong-un in an event that took place in Pyongyang, the capital of North Korea. In an attempt of a reciprocal cultural visit, the occasion was lined up with flourishing acts and cultural aspects of South Korea that the North has never seen, and the main show being K-pop. This managed to reach Kim Jong-un in a way where he asked the South Korean cultural minister like what the lyrics meant what and had questions about the song. This started a dialogue between South and North Korea, which has never been done before. K-pop has managed to reach an audience that even the President of the United States has struggled to reach. This started a dialogue between the two countries, previously known for their hostility. A moment of history occurred during the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, when a powerful symbolic gesture of the two countries unifying their flags after years of conflict since 1945. K-pop is a part of a revolution in the culture of Korea. In summary, it is a way to show the world that in times of conflict and aggression, that a way to an answer can just be a song, where lifting a pen to write lyrics is better than lifting a pen to declare war. This modern example is still ongoing. K-pop is still making changes in the political world of Korea and even expanding the economy of Korea. It's never ending, and its well-structured business side of it is allowing it to reach places that possibly Western music can't reach currently. Thank you for your time and thank you for listening. I have been Oscar Chun Sang, and this has been Korean Culture in Music.